Good morning, students. My name is Dr. B. Suresh Babu, Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, MVR College of Engineering and Technology, Paritala. As a part of online classes, as a student, you are learning Dynamics of Machinery subject for third year, first some mechanical engineering students. In turning movement diagram, we are going to learn how to draw the turning movement diagram. That is the basic aim of the class for today's. In this class, I am going to draw turning movement diagram and a diagram to understand how the data is useful to draw and to know the energy. That is energy that is developed in an engine. Now we will go into that concept. First of all, learn what is the turning movement diagram. The curve showing the variation of the engine output torque or turning movement with the crank rotation is called as a turning movement diagram. In a four-stroke engine, the four-stroke are identified as section, compression, power and exhaust strokes. I repeat once again, what is a turning movement diagram? We are going to draw a curve on two axes. The axis one we are going to choose as the output and second we are going to choose as a crank angle. That means for every crank angle we are going to get a output in the form of a torque. If you take IC engine exclusively, if a piston is rotating in a cylinder, piston create a pressure when it reaches the top dead center, and that is going to be called as a power stroke. That power stroke has to useful for section, compression as well as exhaust. That means power should be greater than section, compression, exhaust. Then only it will start cyclic motion from one point another point, and thereby the machine is going to move. So try to understand here. We are going to draw the torque on one axis, that is turning movement we are going to take on one axis and crank rotation is going to take on one axis. So crank rotation is taken on x axis and on y axis we are going to take torque or turning movement. What is the torque? Torque is nothing but the difference of two energies will result in the rotation of that one. Rotation of the crank. We can say rotation of the crank in this case. So I think I am clear with this turning movement diagram. You have to remember theta, that is crank rotation on x-axis, and torque, that is output on the y-axis. How it will be calculated, we are going to learn in this class with the help of the four-stroke engine only. In a four-stroke engine, we know that section will be there, compression will be there. After compression, what happened? High temperature will be created. That means pressure is increasing means temperature will be increasing. At that point, in we are going to spark is going to be started. Due to the spark, the pressure present in the piston and the cylinder gap will start ignited, and that pressure itself try to move the piston downwards, and that pressure is such a way that it will once again come back to its original position. That's why it is called as a power stroke. That has to be used for section of the petrol and compression and for exhaust of the fossil fuel gases also. So that's what is called as a power stroke. Out of four strokes, power stroke will have to supply power to the remaining three types of sections. Let us not go details of that one because that is covered in the thermodynamics and thermal engineering subjects. So our aim is to draw the turning movement diagram in this class. Try to concentrate on that one. All of you take a pen and paper within a couple of minutes. Let's listen this one. Introduction. The turning movement diagram is also known as a crank effort diagram. So the other name for this turning movement diagram is crank effort diagram. The turning movement diagram is the graphical representation of the turning movement or crank effort for various positions of crank. What is the crank? What is the position of the crank? Crank rotates in 360 degrees. That means from 0 to 360 degrees of rotation. What is the torque that is developed by the crank and the piston we are going to draw? That is the thing to be understand here. It is plotted on a Cartesian coordinates in which turning movement is taken as a ordinate and crank on another axis. So if you observe, ordinate means a y-axis and crank is taken on x-axis. So this is the fundamental things we have to remember. What I told, turning movement diagram is also called as a crank effort diagram. We are going to draw the crank position with respect to output of the piston movement. Piston movement in the sense, in if you supply energy to the piston cylinder mechanism, it creates enormous amount of energy, variation of energy from 0 to 360 degrees. So that energy we have to calculate for every degree, and that has to be plotted on the diagram. And joining all these one, we are going to get the turning movement diagram. So it is plotted on the Cartesian coordinates in which turning movement is taken as the ordinate and crank. So this is the example of a turning movement diagram for a single cylinder double acting steam engine. Just this is only example I am showing how it will be. As I told that turning movement will be on the y-axis and crank angle will be on the x-axis. So crank rotation is from 0 to 360 degrees centigrade. The vertical ordinate represents the turning movement and the horizontal ordinate represents the crank angle. On the horizontal we have taken the crank angle, on the vertical we are going to take a turning moment. This is the fundamental things you have to remember. Wherever the B point is there, here or D, this is the T maximum, that is torque produced at maximum condition. At what condition? At 90 degrees and 270 degrees, we are going to have maximum torque. Similarly, at T mean, so the mean of B and zero line is going to be called as the mean position. At 0, 180 degrees, 360 degrees, we are going to have a minimum energy. So try to understand, in a piston cylinder mechanism, piston try to reach the top dead center. That means the gap between the piston and the cylinder top dead center very less. That means very high pressure is there and charge is there. At that charge, if spark is ignited by the ignited, then the charge develops enormous amount of pressure. Due to that pressure, the piston comes to bottom dead center and once again goes back to the previous position. That means it completes section stroke, it completes compression strokes, it completes exhaust stroke. These three strokes are run by the power stroke only. So that's why at top position, that means between TDC and top position of the piston, we are going to have a high amount of torque. At bottom dead center, we are going to have a 0 degrees. So this is how turning movement diagram will be. See, turning movement diagram or crank effort diagram for a 4-stroke IC engine. Turning movement is given. See, section, this is 0 to pi is section. Pi is 90 degrees. 2 pi is 180 degrees. 3 pi is 180 plus 90, 270 degrees. 4 pi is 360 degrees. That means crank starts from 0 to 360 degrees and it will try to rotate it. If you observe this one, this is the expansion stroke. That is T maximum is the expansion stroke. It happened in this diagram between 2 pi and 3 pi. But it may vary depend upon the stroke length. that we have to calculate in the numerical problem. But if you understand clearly, for every 90 degrees, we have a one type of stroke. For 0 to 90 section stroke, 90 to 180 compression stroke, from 180 to 270 expansion stroke, or we can say as a power stroke, and 180 to 270 to 360 once again is exhaust stroke. That means the energy developed here is useful for remaining three. See, turning movement diagram for the crank. So turning movement diagram is a graphical representation of turning movement or torque along y-axis versus crank angle for the position of crank, that is x-axis. Crank angle is x-axis. Uses of TMD. The area under the TMD gives the work done per cycle. Per cycle means from starting position to the once again reach the starting position, that is called as a one cycle. The work done per cycle when divided by the crank angle per cycle gives the mean torque. So work done per cycle divided by the crank angle, that means from 0 to once again 330 degrees, 360 degrees it reach. So work done by crank angle per cycle gives the mean torque. The mean torque Tm multiplied by the angular velocity of the crank gives the power consumed by the machine or developed by an engine. So try to understand, the mean torque multiplied by the angular velocity crank gives the power. As we already discussing, power is equal to torque into angular velocity. So that's what they are said. So torque is equal to power is equal to torque into angular velocity. So mean torque into angular velocity gives the power developed by the engine. How to calculate the torque? That will be we will see in this class only. The area of TMD gives the mean torque. Line represents the excess energy that may be stored by the flywheel, which helps to design the dimensions and mass of the flywheel. So designing and dimensions of the flywheel will be taught in the coming classes. Now the class is meant for how to draw TMD diagram, turning moment diagram, or crank effort diagram. Very simple. You ready with I think you are ready with pen and paper. For this class I have taken turning movement on a crankshaft. This is for a single stroke single stroke engine. If you observe, FP is piston effort. That means piston moves upwards and downwards. Radius R is radius of the crank. So everyone know that the radius of the crank, how it looks. Next, N is the ratio of the connecting rod length and the radius of the crank. So connecting rod length to the radius of the crank, we are going to take theta is equal to angle turned by the crank from the inner dead center. So theta is going to be the angle turned by the crank from the inner dead center. So if you observe this one, we can able to understand how this turning movement of the crank will be implemented here. Try to understand here. Theta varies, that is theta is the crank angle. It varies from 0 to 90 degrees sine value. So sine 90 is 1, sine 0 is 0. So when theta is 0, torque is going to be minimum. When theta is 90, torque is going to be maximum, because it depends upon theta value. It is clearly shows. N indicates the ratio of connecting rod. Piston effort means the piston movement up by the rotation of the crank is going to be called as the piston effort. So theta vary from 0 to 90 degrees here. Like that, if you want to complete a cycle in turning movement for a crank, it starts from 0 to 360 degrees centigrade. So based upon this one, what we can conclude, at 0 degrees minimum and 180 degrees it is once again minimum, and at 360 degrees we have minimum, and maximum theta will be at 90 degrees and at 270 degrees only. That's the basic relation which we can remember by this. So Fp and R are the variables, and these variables depend upon the angle theta and n. N is always constant. Ratio of the connecting rod length to radius of the crank does not change once it is fixed. The variables are only piston effort and R and theta angle. So we see that turning moment T is 0 when the crank theta is 0 degrees. It is maximum when the crank is 90 degrees, and it is again 0 when the crank angle is 180 degrees. The curve shown by the this is shown by the curve ABC in the figure, and it represents the turning moment diagram for outstroke. So try to listen here, students. Here the curve, the in-stroke CDE is the turning moment diagram for the work done in the product of the turning movement and the angle turned. Therefore, the area of turning movement diagram represents the work done per revolution. So, for one revolution means a revolution contains 360 degrees. See, work done is the product of turning moment diagram and the angle turned. So, angle turned means crank angle turned. Therefore, the area of the turning moment diagram represents the work done per revolution. The height of the ordinate OA represents the mean height of the turning moment diagram. Since it is assumed that work done by the turning moment diagram, turning moment per revolution is equal to the work done against the mean resisting torque. See, the height of the ordinate, I will show in the form of diagram, you can clearly understand. Therefore, the OA represents the mean height of the turning moment diagram. By, see, work done by the turning moment per revolution is equal to the work done against the mean resisting torque. Therefore, the area of the rectangle is equal to AEFE is proportional to the work done against for 5 wheel. When the turning moment is positive, the crankshaft accelerates and the work is done by the steam. When the turning moment is negative, the crankshaft retards and the work is done on the steam. So when it is positive, it is done by the steam. When it is negative, it is done on the steam. The accelerating torque on the rotating parts of the engine is T minus T mean. The accelerating means above mean will be called as a accelerating, below mean is going to be called as a decelerating or retarding. So try to remember the fundamentals. If it is positive means it is accelerating. If it is negative means it is decelerating or retarding. And the accelerating means T minus T mean. Decelerating means it is less than the T mean position is going to be called as a decelerating or retarding position. So this is a sample diagram of a 4-stroke internal combustion engine. T maximum here. So this is at 90 degrees. We have a section stroke. We can observe this one. So the probable this will be 44 degrees. From here, a negative lope is there. This is going to be called as a compression. From 2 pi to here, 3 pi, that is from 180 to 270. We have once again a power stroke here. Compared with here, from 3 pi to 4 pi, once again is the form of a cycle. So how these values are obtained? Let us see the calculation. All of you take a pen and paper and ready with these values. how this value is obtained, how this T maximum will obtain, how this will be obtained, we are going to do it. So if you take the relation, try to take a paper, students, and try to understand what I am saying. See, this is the expression for a crank. Fp is piston effort. If you take piston effort is equal to 10 and radius of the crank, you take it as radius of the crank, you take it as 15 centimeters. That means 15 centimeters this one, and piston effort is equal to be 10 centimeters. Then n is the ratio of the connecting rod to the crank radius. Then what is the connecting rod length? How to define connecting rod length? It starts from the center of the crank to the at the piston. We are going to have a pin, and that pin distance is going to be called as a connecting rod pin. You take it as say about 20, and crank radius is taken as 15 mm. Or if you take connecting rod length is 20 by 15 means we are going to get one value, that is 1.2. So n value is 1.2, imagine, and theta is you take as 0 degrees, and here also sine 2 theta means 0 degrees, sine square theta 0 degrees. When 0 degrees it is a minimum, then what is the value we are going to obtain? If this value is going to be 0 into Fp into R, so automatically torque is going to be 0 at 180 degrees and 360 degrees. If you suppose the angle is going to be 45 degrees, so what the value of sine 45 means? Sine value is equal sine value of half. We are going to represent, for example, sine 30 means it is 0.5. So if you substitute that value, and Fp is going to be take 10 centimeters and R is going to be say about 15 centimeters and ratio is 1.1. Thereby torque we are going to obtain a value as say about 30. So torque is going to be 30 means the 30 we are going to plot at the 45 degrees case. If you take this is a 45 degrees case, that means from 0 to 45 it will be in lower side only. From 45 to 90 it will be increasing. That means while varying the theta from 0 to 45 it is going to be like this, and it is going to be like this from 45 to 90 degrees. And once again from 90 to 2 pi, if you represent here based upon that relation, we are going to get a value. That value is going to be turning moment diagram. Similarly, at this case, we are going at the maximum. So it depends upon the F, R and N values. So torque is going to be calculated from that relation. I will once again show students the relation, how it will be. So this is Fp into R, piston effort, and R is the radius of the crank, and theta is the rotation of the angle, N is the ratio of the connecting rod length to the crank radius. So it varies, depends upon these three factors. So like this, we are going to plot the torque. So first you have to calculate the torque from 0 to 360 degrees centigrade based upon that relation. That relation is derived by the in previous by experts only for a four-stroke internal combustion engine. You practically take the values and draw this turning moment diagram. By the coming classes also, I will try to make them to draw one of the turning moment diagram. So we will solve one problem on the turning moment diagram, how it is useful. The aim of the class is how to draw the turning moment diagram. Second aim I told, by using turning moment diagram, how to calculate the energy. Now we will go to the second concept. The problem is given like this. A single cylinder 4-stroke gas engine develops 18.4 kilowatt at 300 rpm, and work done by the gases during the expansion being 3 times the work done on the gases during compression. That means expansion means power stroke is thrice the compression stroke. The work done during the section and exhaust strokes is negligible. So they have neglected the section stroke and exhaust strokes. The total fluctuation of the speed is 2% of the mean. The TMD may be assumed to be a triangular in shape. Find the mass moment of inertia of the flywheel. So if you observe this one, you have to find the I, inertia value of phi. I can be found by number of cases, by number of methods. But here we have to follow single stroke and turning moment diagram only. So already told this is the turning moment diagram regularly we are using. They are not mentioned any degrees. So here the given data P is equal to 18.4 kilowatts. We have turned into watts. Mean speed is 300 RPM. It is given that expansion stroke is thrice the power stroke. That means power stroke is more powerful. That means power stroke or expansion is equal to 3 into work done during the compression. So what is the work done? Work done is once again we can observe from the given diagram. What is the diagram? If you observe, work done is in the expansion stroke is here from 2 pi to 3 pi, and this is like a triangle. So this value is pi, and this is the 1. This is the T mean value they have given. This is T maximum value. So try to understand here how to will calculate. As it is a 4-stroke cycle engine, crank angle per cycle is 4 pi. That means it completes 360 degrees revolution. 2 revolution of the crankshaft as a 4-stroke. In a 2-stroke, it is 1 revolution means it completes that one. Angular velocity of the flywheel is 2 pi n by 60. N value is given as 300. So 31.416 radian per second. So what is the power? Power is equal to mean torque into omega. What is the mean torque? Power, how to calculate? Power is given as 13.4. So you substitute 13.4 here is equal to T mean into omega value you have calculated. T is 585.7 Newton meter. So T mean we obtained. Then work done per cycle is equal to Tm into crank angle per cycle. What is the Tm? T mean we calculated 485.7. Work done per cycle means it contains 360 degrees. That is 4 into pi. So by that one what we can understand? Already we calculated 4 pi value, that is 585.7 into 31.416. Already we have calculated that one. We can observe here torque mean is equal to 585.7 and omega is equal to 31.416. So that is 31.41 crank angle per cycle. 4 pi is equal to this one. So work done per cycle is 7360 Newton meter. Work done during expansion minus work done during compression. Why? Because remaining two are neglected. That is 7360. Work done during expansion is equal to compression. It is observed that expansion is 3 times the compression. So WE is replaced with 3WC, or WC is equal to WE by 3. Substitute that value in C. So that is 37360 WE minus W by 3. So 2 by 3 into WE. So WE is equal to 11040 Newton meter. That is work done during expansion is 11040. Expression during compression is 3 times less than this one. You have to remember these two. As the work done is under triangle form, so 11040 is equal to triangular formula for area is half into base into height. If you go to the formula, half into base into height. Base is pi value, height is 0 to T maximum. Half is the formula. Thereby we can able to get T max, that is 7028 Newton meter. So T max we have obtained. Next, the shaded area represents excess energy. So excess energy stored by the flywheel is given by half into x into T max minus T mean. T max you know, T mean you know, half. So only variable is x. So x by pi is equal to T max minus T mean by Tx. In all this value, the only parameter is x is unknown. So x can be calculated and it is 2.88 radians. So hence E is equal to half into 2.88 into T max minus T, that is expansion stroke minus compression stroke, that is 7296.67. So we obtain this relation. We know that excess energy is equal to I omega square Cs. This relation we have to solve it, or you have to remember here. Right now I have not given the derivation of that flywheel, but you still remember here. E is equal to I omega square into Cs. Cs is going to be the percentage of fluctuation of energy. Omega is equal to angular speed and I is equal to moment of inertia. E is the excess energy. Excess energy is obtained by the relation E is equal to half into 2.88 into x into T expansion minus T compression. So thereby I is going to be calculated. So I is equal to 470 kg per meter square. See students, in this class I have given two types of concepts. One is how to draw turning moment diagram. Second concept is by using turning moment diagram, how to calculate excess energy and how to calculate moment of inertia. Are you able to understand students? So what is the turning moment diagram? Turning moment diagram can be drawn with the help of two axes. On x-axis crank angle, on y-axis turning moment. This turning moment diagram depends upon the type of engine. It may be 4-stroke engine, 2-stroke engine, or it may be a mechanism we can draw. So mechanism contains the relations, angles. In this class, I have considered single stroke engine of four-stroke single engine. The relation is derived from the fundamentals of the mechanism and it is found in the given class. So from there on we are going to calculate the torque. For every rotation of theta degrees, theta has to be obtained based upon the relation and that should be plotted with respect to crank angle and join all the points to get the turning moment diagram. That is one part. Second part is from the turning moment diagram, how to calculate excess energy and how to calculate the moment of inertia. We have done. See classroom code, Google Classroom code 4FW5XCK. We have complete notes of all units. And through our email, you can ask my questions. My email is cheer5@rediffmail.com. Unit-wise notes is available in the department third year link. You can see and read the contents. You can understand very well. If you any doubts are there, you can text to the message to the following address what I have told. So by this, I have completed this class students. See you all. Take care students. Bye.